Hello, comrades! Furious here, in top condition at the moment. Yesterday I tried to record a game, but it didn't work out for me because I was being interrupted quite a few times. But now I moved my computer up. Well, excuse me, eating off my mic from myself. Moved upstairs, so no background noises for so far, I think. This is a game from RandomCivil versus POZ Tammy. RandomCivil is better known as TheViper. We see some exploring with the sheepies, finding another two sheeps and his first boar here. This is the first time I'm looking at this game. I've also seen today that Zero Empires uploaded a game of Tammy versus RandomCivil, so I hope this isn't the same one. The other one was also I got 4 games from RandomCivil versus Tammy, or better known TheViper actually. This might be the same one. I'm not sure. I think about doing all 4 of them. Not sure what he's going to do, of course. Um, Actually, talking about having my computer upstairs at my room might it might mean I'm going to try to daily upload. She know a friend of mine who's I think 1800, 1700 ish rated player on Vubli also has a match for me. He really wants me to commentate about, so you'll see that like I think tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, I'll upload something else. I'll try to do daily uploads. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do so because of rendering, uploading, and stuff like that. But I'm looking forward to do so. Let's look at the resources and the map of the Viper, having 2 boars, of course. Forward gold, forward stone here, and another forward gold and another forward stone. So seems like the most of his resources are forward except for his main deposit of gold, which is at the back, which you see already collecting with one miner, and only 5 on ships. Normally but he got 1 learning, that's why. TheViper is playing as the Britons. Let's look at Tammy, also luring his first boar. He's playing as the Aztecs, having quite a better map to wall by the looks of it. Having a back gold here, his main deposit of gold here, and stone there, and 2 forwards. Only 2 forward deposits of 1 of stone and 1 of gold. Um, and his bushes are actually at a good positioning also for walling early on for preventing a drush. Let's refresh the score. Time is ahead at the moment. Looks like he have better explored, or no, but by the looks of it, TheViper is already going to look where Tammy is located, and here feeding onto the wild boar, having his first mill up. Not yet built a goal, a mine, so he would collect faster with this 1 mine, but I think it doesn't matter as much for TheViper because he's a gamer and he'll probably know it. Tammy learning his second boar and having a mill up also, and going to go explore TheViper. Let's see if TheViper has spotted him. Yes, TheViper has. And learning also his second boar at a population of 18, and Tammy is also 18. So both kept their town center equally busy at the moment. So that's a good thing. Having 4 on wood here. I personally prefer to have 5, but that's my way of playing. I mean, I'm quite noob and I actually need 5 to keep up being able to build everything. Playing as the Aztec, of course, building the barracks for Tammy so he can early on drush. Oh, I forgot about setting the timer up, my excuses. So having this barrack going probably for 5 militia together with the Eagle War, this can be quite devastating, and also going up a barracks for and building militia to counter the probably incoming attack from the Aztecs, or just to also drush. Trying an easy wall off here, I think, with a few houses. And Tammy has spotted the barracks, so he probably knows there will be militia. He's also creating his militia, feeding upon sheeps, and going for this deer over here, which is always a good thing to do for some free, easy food. Also here 3 villagers on to deers. Having his deer uphill might not be as good as he wants it to be, but it seems to be so. Tammy keeping on exploring or trying to explore more, not knowing anything yet where the wood camp is located, and neither does TheViper, but he's exploring more and has explored more from his enemy's base. Like Tammy only knows of a couple of houses, probably the mill over here that he could guess, and the barracks. Both are, whoa, already at 32 civilization for TheViper, and 32 also for Tammy, and they're both looking to go up to the feudal age, probably after researching another villager, and then he'll probably go up. Let's look at Tammy. Tammy's moving in with his force of 5 militia and 1 eagle warriors. This might be a very destructive or misleading way of drushing, so it prevents TheViper from keeping a good economy. Tammy moving up to feudal age, let's look, but by the looks of it, TheViper will be quicker, and also he has also 5 militia. That's probably because he went early gold and so could make more militia. Moving in here, but with equal forces, but having these villagers, so Tammy will probably not encounter and try to take the hill advantage. But he's not. It's the thing he should do. If they macro well, the scout was almost lost, being able to retreat with the scout, having a single villager in there, but moving it back to work. The Eagle Warrior from Tammy is still almost fully on health, so yeah, and not too much damage done by the drushing, but it's still going on. Probably going to, once reaching feudal age, upgrade them to militia. Surely a thing to do with the Aztecs, building up a second lumber camp in the back. Let's look at the economy of TheViper, going quite on gold here by the looks of it, still going, but no second, a second lumber camp at the same spot. Losing his coat, but also losing a militia for Tammy. I think this was more of a win for Tammy because he was able to kill a scout, which is pretty useful early on in the game for exploring. We're seeing going up an archery range for the Britons, of course, having that advantage of, let me look, that the archery ranges work 20% faster, and their unique technology and stuff like that. The archery range and going archers and feudal age is predictable choice. Also having a blacksmith probably for fletching, or going for a quick castle. That also could happen. Not seeing a other building for him. Oh no, we got these two forward archer ranges, creating skirmishers, a good counter to and losing all his men at arms. So that upgrade was actually quite for nothing till he creates other units. Let's look here what we have. Getting created a second archer range for him and going for the wall off by the looks of it. I don't think Tammy has walled off. Nope, he's going pretty aggressively by creating these archer ranges so far out of his base and not walling by the looks of it. Having a few skirmishers and that man at arms. But if he takes the hill advantage, he might be able. No, having these two archers, he'll lose these militia. He knows that, and there's no reason actually to retreat. Creating a few archers already, building a few more houses to prevent getting pop locked, and sending more onto gold. Having already up some from the all from the deer hunters, also making farms. Let's look at Tammy, what he is doing. Where is his gold income? Oh, here it is. Only 4 on gold, while TheViper has already 6, and this will be a 7th, 8th, 9th going gold. And fast castling. Let's look what Tammy is doing. Tammy doesn't look to be anywhere near to go to castle. Having this small force, but I don't think this small force will be able to do enough economical damage to TheViper. Well, he is now up to castle age, and Tammy is not yet even thinking about going castle. This, guys, might be it from the game. I didn't know how long it is. Getting the crossbowman upgrade, probably going to spam out those archers or crossbowmen pretty soon. Probably thinking there's somewhere here an army, which is true, but it's retreating, seeing TheViper has advanced it to the castle, probably looking into getting to the castle too, quickly having quite a countering force here. What is this guy going to build? Another house up here, anti-blacksmith, so we might see him going quickly up to the castle, but by looking at the resources, there's totally not enough food nor the gold, not even wood to sell at the market or so. So I think this might be a good game fairly soon, as here we see the battle going on, having +1 on the attack and +2 on the defensive side. And here we have also for Pierce armor. Why did he upgrade that when he knows his enemy is the Britons and probably going for crossbowmen? I think it's quite a waste of resources, but of course you never know. TheViper here having to retreat because he's getting outmanned here, taking the hill advantage, probably going to pull off a few of these men's of Tammy, or trying to anyway, but he's definitely outmanned even if he's lower. Still not going onto castle age, keeping on producing, but no castle age yet. Let's see if he is massing out an army. He's massing out his little army, building his second town center, so soon he'll be able to have a very much better economy easily than Tammy, and then it's really over. I think TheViper definitely won this one. Retreating here to group up with this little group here, and taking the hill advantage as always. Try to take the hill advantage. It actually gives you a bonus of 20% or 25% less taking damage and 25% doing extra damage, so it's a win-win situation anyway. It's actually your soldiers are kind of 50% stronger, which is quite amazing. Does he already have the upgrade? Yes, he also has the second upgrade for extra damage dealing, and the third Tone Center coming up. Few houses getting built here. I think this will pretty soon be good game. Time is almost going up to Castle Age. Only needs a little bit more food, and there we go, going to Castle. But this might be too late, as this force is coming out. But having such a good army here from Tammy, but not being crossbowmen might be really the disadvantage here. And good microing from both sides, actually. Taking hill advantage everywhere where he can. I really appreciate this from TheViper. Building no more... Why is he building no more archers? Oh, there he is. Just watched at the wrong moment. Having almost 3 tone centers up, fighting here, probably going to lose this fight again because he's outmanned. Let's look at the population for the moment. 58 for TheViper and 79 already for Tammy, probably because he has a bigger army, but the army of TheViper is definitely stronger but outmanned. Luring his opponents up to this stone center he might be able to use. Taking hill advantage everywhere where he can, while microing and taking one by one all these soldiers out. And having mangonels getting created. This might be a very good counter actually. But a group of archers micro it well, can almost prevent pretty much every mangonel shot. But if mangonels are getting microed and being able to like aim where they think they'll go, this might be also effective. I've never done or tried it myself, but I think these pros will definitely do this if being able. Having a few, TheViper actually sent in a few crossbowmen to economically devastate Tammy, but not succeeding so because Tammy still had some skirmishers back. Probably going to see an upgrade to elite skirmishers and crossbowmen somewhere pretty soon, I think. No, we are not seeing that from Tammy. Oh, there we go. I apparently missed it. So no, this force might be really devastating, but having this mangonel will be able, and such a damaged army. Let's go look at the side of taking the hill advantage, of course, always try to do so. But retreating because of the mangonel probably mainly, and his force being still fully held while almost all the forces from Tammy are heavily damaged. And having a second mangonel out. Hill advantage again, but doesn't seem like he's going to go back to attack. Let's look at Tammy's side. Pulling back, not having an extra army back here, so taking the hill advantage, microing, losing quite a few there. Losing quite much actually. There we go, elite skirmishers. Going to lose this mangonel pretty soon. Well, actually not pretty soon, it's already lost, so. But you guys get what I mean. Let's look at TheViper, what he's doing. He's moving his mangonel back by the looks of it, building more and more crossbowmen, streaming them forward towards there, and looks like it, that Tammy is going to lose his entire army. Let's look if Tammy already has created an army back here to try to counter once they'll reach in. Only these 3 skirmishers and a few new units getting produced. But will... Oh, we got this army here doing the same tactic as TheViper did, moving back into base with a little force to try do some harassment to the economy. Let's look if TheViper has anything back to try to counter. He has the mangonel. This might be enough. Losing quite a few villagers there. 1, 2, 3 villagers by the looks of it. I might have missed some. I'm quite new to commentating on games, and definitely on games from pros where like every second there's something happening. Yeah, I think it's quite exciting. I might do this more often if you guys want to. We have a battering ram coming in. Let's see what's in these archery ranges. Not that much to fear. And there's almost no army back here. Retreating with his little army. And TheViper finally taking a score lead for quite some more, like 300. Until now it was pretty much equal. Getting out there with his skirmishers. Taking hill advantage might be devastating as the main forces moved down already. But this archery range is going to go down pretty quickly. Let's look at TheViper making a second battering ram and having an anniversary up. So, I was going to say he might quickly go to Imperial, which not happens this much, but doesn't seem like he has the food income for that. But it might happen, you never know in these pro games. They're so unpredictable. Retreating here with his army. Having a mangonel here. Making another mangonel. Having 2 rams. That doesn't have to fear that much of elite skirmishers or crossbowmen, as they don't almost do any damage. They're like tanks towards these things. Like take insanely much hits. And we finally have the Eagle Warriors, the best unit I think for the Essex there is, as their unique technology gives them +4 even attack. It's really insane. And taking down those 2 battering rams before they can do any more damage. And TheViper lost his entire force here. Looks by it that Tammy is back topping the score. Let's look what TheViper is actually doing. Manning up his little army, having 2 mangonels and crossbowmen. But probably going. Let's look at the population. 100 versus a 96. Not that big of a difference. That is really maxes. 1 to 3 town centers up for Tammy, and I think it's about the same for TheViper. 1, 2, 3, yeah, also 3. But having quite a big forward, not real forward base, but building forwardly to take more map control. Let's look what Tammy is up to. Just seems like he's going to defend and rebuild his archery range and upgrade these guys. Already the Eagle Warriors also have been upgraded with the blacksmith and getting a siege workshop up here. But again, neck to neck with the scores, not that much to say about it. TheViper is again massing out an army of crossbowmen and moving forward with this little army, not going forward with the mangonels by the looks of it. And I really think he's going to go towards Imperialates pretty soon, as you look to the food count and the gold count of TheViper. And the same actually for Tammy. He's already advancing as I am speaking right now. Tammy was slower onto the castle age, but by the looks of it, he will be not way sooner, but a little bit sooner into Imperial Age. Yeah, TheViper already also went to the Imperial Age. Still, TheViper having 20 more in population at the moment, which might indicate that TheViper has a better economy. He has 5 idols, 3 builders, 38 farmers, 25 lumberjacks and 20 miners. If we look at Tammy, there's 33 farmers, 20 lumberjacks and 24 miners, which is definitely less. If we go back to here, yeah, it's definitely a lot less. Let's look again what's going on. TheViper here losing his force again to the skirmishers and crossbowmen mix, but again massing out probably an army soon here and making barracks, which might indicate he's going to switch off tactic, also upgrading the melees, so this might be a game changer. I'm again saying so because I like say so every 5 minutes. I don't know why, but it just seems to happen. You'll probably have to move these quickly as this source of gold is running out pretty soon. Also having a mangonel up here from the Tammy. And killing off this entire force again. Again massing out a little force. Mixed with the Eagle Warriors, this might be quite devastating once Tammy gets up a castle and gets their unique technology. Here we go, Tammy advanced, probably going to see Arbalest pretty soon. I think they can get Arbalest anyway. Yes, they can. I was not mistaken. Let's see, also almost Castle Age is only a matter of a minute or so difference, and still booming out his economy on every possible way. I think Tammy is doing the same. I hope for him, because in this game you all know pretty much who has the best economy and micros good and knows a little bit about the game will probably win every game. I think the fighting is pretty much equal at the moment, making these large excuse me, longswordmen against these eagles might be a very good tactic. I'm not sure because I don't know the counter towards it. I might be wrong. Building up more barracks. Here we have the Arbalest moving in. Finally seeing the Arbalest. Let's see if Tammy already also has his Arbalest. Yes, he does. Finally we see actually Tammy going aggressively, moving forward with his army. You have a little force here back from TheViper. You also have the two-handed swordman upgrade for the Viper, and losing almost the entire force here for Tammy, but having this forward siege workshop here and making again also upgraded to elite Eagle Warriors for Tammy. And let's see, by the looks of it now, TheViper is taking a big lead in the score, already up by 600 points at this moment. It's never been that big. The combination of probably going for champions pretty soon, or just long swordmen combined with Arbalest might be a very devastating combination against these Eagle Warriors with Arbalests. So I think it was a good switch from both players for going Eagle Warriors and two-handed longswordmen. Probably going to see champions, or can't they go champions? Yes, they can go champions. We'll probably see that somewhere soon once they have enough gold and food. Which, like, his main deposits of TheViper ran out almost a second. The deposit is going to run out. Going to his third deposit. No more deposits anywhere near for gold, so he might have to sell some of his stone. But we'll see. Building a castle up here, a very good spot to build a castle. It's uphill, so harder to destroy and doing more damage. And so much villagers on here. No way that TheViper is going to stop this castle from coming up. Let's see if he's building his own castle. No. Oh yes, he has. Making trebuchets, of course, to get this castle down, which is on a very crucial point. Whoa, that was sounding depressing from me for a minute. I'm sorry, I didn't notice it from myself. Are making an army again. Making an army all the time, actually. Getting conscriptionary or conscription. This is one of the first upgrades I always get. It makes you produce your actually, or better said, actual soldiers faster. This is really great, I think, for massing out armies. The same going on for Tammy. I'm probably going to get his unique technology afterwards for his eagle warriors. Building up a market. By the looks of it, probably going to sell stone, I'm not sure. Tammy has a good economy at the moment, but by the looks of it, TheViper is getting actually low on his gold, but he just had the upgrade to champions. Oh, a little bit of lag right there and frames up, I'm not sure why though. Someone might have sent something on Skype, I'm not sure, because I said that I'm busy, so we'll see. Keeping out, creating villagers for TheViper for getting better economy. I don't think Tammy is doing the same, or not at this big of a scale at the moment anyway. TheViper almost, well, up at 700, but letting his farms just deplete and not refreshing them. You might not have seen it, or he just seen it now because he's refreshing already. Okay, I'm back. Someone just walked in the room, but that will be probably the last interruption. We are having a castle coming up here for TheViper, and such a big army. I don't think Tammy can counter this. Yes, he has a little army up here, mainly from elite eagle warriors, which I definitely think is the best to go with as the Aztecs. Seeing this force here, moving in, probably not knowing there's that much champions backing it. We'll have to micro this. Whoa, so much elite eagle warriors, but moving in his champions, this might be crucial. Retreating, the obvious choice, better to run instead of losing your entire army. But a little harassment from one elite eagle warrior back here. But the economy of TheViper is so good. This will probably be game changing. Going here to get the trebuchet down, of course, because he doesn't want to lose his forward castle. Also going, of course, for all the siege there is. But by the looks of it, TheViper is in the base and going to destroy everything economically. That's economically possible. And going. But time is also going to move in. But getting here at this forward castle together with his few champions. Of course, not that much champions, but still a few. He might lose quite a bit of his army here. And also he has really to try to get back here. Having a castle up this hill to protect his wood income is obviously a good choice. And having quite a few, quite a big, not a big, but yeah, actually quite a decent harassment on the economy of TheViper. Let's look at his perspective at this. Of course, the attack from TheViper is way smaller than the attack actually from the Viper. Well, the attack from Tammy on the Viper is small. Ugh, I'm not in my commentating apparently today. This game is taking longer than I thought it would. It's almost up to an hour. So without fast forwarding, because there's so much happening at all the same time. I actually quite like this. But my computer is lagging out for one or another reason I don't get. I normally don't have this problem. It might be because the files are getting so big from fraps. Ooh, moving in this trebuchet. Right at these eagle warriors. What are you doing, Viper? Those are so precious. Oh no. By the looks of it, losing his entire army. This might actually mean almost good game for Tammy. Good game that he will win. But having again quite a force here, mainly going champions because of all the eagle warriors. But almost out of gold. But quite a lot of stone actually. Having 2 siege rams in here. Or Capit Gram, better said, siege rams are the fully upgraded ones. Getting back up his economy. Having a 4th town center actually here. Building up another castle. Moving in with the elite Jaguar warriors. Which also do quite some damage, I think, against heavy infantry units. And quite a few Capit Rams here actually. So much, yes, this might. But the Viper won this battle with his champions. I will be able to take down all these precious Capit Rams. And streaming in champions at the moment. Moving forward with his 3 Capit Rams, trying to take this castle down pretty soon, I think. Let's look at Tammy. Where does he has his army, or was that his only army? It was his only army. Is he producing new soldiers somewhere? No, he is not. Tammy, what are you doing? Going pure on elite Jaguar warriors at least? Oh yeah, he's also doing this. But he should group up his army. Here he is. He's fought back the champions from the Viper. But massing another army with arbalasts once again. I think he should try to mass an army of elite longbowmen, but that's what I would do. This might not be the obvious choice. I mean, I haven't played that much yet, and these pros I've been playing for years. But it's quite very exciting so far. Having another trebuchet ready. And trying to take this castle down again. This castle is really on a crucial point for the champions to be able to move in. And going quite a few elite skirmishers here. And Capit Rams and elite Jaguars. Let's look at Tammy. How big is the size of this army? Making more and more archery range is probably going to try to trash with elite skirmishers. My mouth is so dry I almost can't pronounce anything, and it's already so hard to try to pronounce everything correctly for me. Excuse me if this last part is almost ununderstandable. I didn't intend to make it that long. Let's fast forward a little. At the end I'll fast forward. So here having quite a few elite champions and arbalasts. Taking down this castle, which is getting constantly repaired, moving in. But retreating again. Moving in again. Taking those down those champions with skirmishers really takes forever. Of course, switching to the arbalest, which is the obvious choice to do. But once the champions are moving in, they can almost kill all the elite skirmishers. He really should move in his elite Jaguar warriors. there we go. Are we going to look down to Trebuchet? No, he is not. Oh, there we go. Having quite a big force here. Making pikemen. Okay, so he's going to trash it pikemen by the looks of it. What's going on here? I totally missed it with fast forwarding. Ah! Trashing light cavalry archers here, making cavalry tramps get this down, making forward base, getting skirmishers. Seems like we're going to have quite like a trashing war here. Having halberdiers trashing at this point. Having light cavalry and elite skirmishers trashing this way. Really getting trashing from both players, but from Tammy mainly being the elite skirmishers. Let's see, economically there's no gold anymore on the map. Let's see if we can find a monastery where he's getting the by the looks of it, no monastery for gold income from relics. But it seems like the relics are taken, so I might just miss this because there's like a little income above. But I think Tammy has for sure, like here he has already one second one here. And let's look again for, oh, here we go, also 2 relics. But there's really going to be a trashing war by the looks of it on both sides. But gold income here, probably going to try to take this down as quick as possible and try to get that gold. Moving in here with a little force of elite eagle warriors here for Tammy, trying to get that forward base down. Quite a big war here, but having champions and halberdiers being able to push off the elite skirmishers. Even when you trash, you have to try and still counter your enemy, as with trashing it will be the only way because if you're going to go like elite skirmishers versus elite skirmishers, the battle might take very long. At this point the battle is taking for 1 hour already. I didn't think it was that long of a battle. I really should have watched it first, but I didn't, so but we know it for the next time. Moving in with these trash units here, by the looks of it, probably going to be able to do quite some damage, but losing it. Building again siege workshop, walling off here so they can't get at the trebuchets, but they're too late to wall after the houses. Quite battling intense everywhere. Moving in with a few cavalry archers everywhere, getting the gold income down here. The cost was almost down. Moving in and again with trashing units. Here it's among somewhere. Probably from Tammy, I think so. Still economy damage done by TheViper. Score is still quite so close to each other. It's really neck to neck, but by the looks of it, TheViper really has the map advantage, as he has the most map control at this point. And the best economy. Let's look at the population. The population, TheViper is really up with 85 men, so I really think it's good game pretty soon. Also Tammy is in the lead because he's making more expensive units, but I think this is good game. But I thought it was good game already for a long time, like 45 minutes ago or so, so that's my opinion. Let's see how they're trashing in more and more units all over the map. And looking here, going for that gold obviously, but it's already all been taken. Some gold again here. If TheViper might have scouted better his map, he might have known this, but of course there was already good scouting. Having siege ramps moving in, again having a trebuchet, the castle is already down, trashing from both sides again. But I think at the moment, because TheViper has the better economy, is way more possible to actually trash very good. Because if you look here, Tammy almost has none resources left, while TheViper is just stocking up more and more while he's trashing on two sides. But Tammy tried to get grown back by building, but is really losing all his buildings everywhere, trashing getting it from everywhere. It is trebuchet everywhere, destroying every single building it gets across. Having a few arbalists again moving in to capture him to get this building down. Again, almost all the defensive buildings of Tammy are gone, and there we have it, the good game. Finally, a battle of an hour and 20 minutes. I didn't expect this. I might have forwarded 20 minutes or so. Still, this will probably be a pretty long match. Excuse me for not being able to pronounce everything as it should have been, because my mouth is so freaking dry. It's like I'm tasting a desert at the moment, which is quite funny because this is actually most desert. This of course was an Arabia map, I think. I'm not sure, but I think it's Arabia. I'm almost sure, so excuse me if I'm wrong. Comrades, don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. This is probably my longest video for a while now, except for the 2-hour long video, but that will be put up in parts, which I still have to get the files from Sammy. I'll still need to figure out a way to easily get them. I think we might upload it to a certain site and then download it. But yeah, that's another story. So guys, comment, rate and subscribe. Have a nice day, and as always, sleep well. No, well, yeah, you can sleep well, of course. That didn't make any sense, but here he was taking the gold. After all, I think this was quite a fantastic game, neck to neck until the end. Really, score difference was like only at the end, like 900 points, which is like at Imperial Age. In for an hour and 20 minutes is like almost no difference. This was quite. It showed nicely how to get up your economy decently to trash and stuff like that from both sides, and really taking the hill advantage a lot for TheViper. Yeah, by the way, RandomCivil is TheViper. It's a training account which is on 2200-ish rating, I think. I'll leave you guys with this, so have a nice day still. Bye.